All right, let's dive into some pretty high-stakes diplomatic drama that's unfolding. We're talking about the US and Iran, who might, and that's a big might, be about to have a secret meeting. And right in the middle of it all, Pakistan. But as you're about to see, this whole thing is way more complicated than it looks. So this really is the central question everyone's asking. Is this secret US-Iran meeting in Pakistan for real? Or is this whole thing just a lot of diplomatic smoke and mirrors? To get to the bottom of that, let's just start with what we actually know. We're going to peel back the layers and look at the official story of this diplomatic mission. So here's the headline. U.S. President Donald Trump is sending two of his senior guys, his top envoys, over to Pakistan. And what's the goal? Well, the official line is to have some potential talks with Iran's foreign minister. You know, these things always come down to the people in the room, right? It's not just about countries. It's about the individuals. So let's take a look at the key players who could either make this happen or watch it all fall apart. Okay, so on the American side, the team is confirmed, and it's a heavy-hitting one. You've got special envoys Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner. And on the Iranian side, well, their foreign minister Abbas Araghchi is officially in the region in Pakistan. So it seems like all the pieces are on the board, ready to go. And it doesn't stop there. There are other major figures waiting in the wings. For the U.S., Vice President J.D. Vance is literally on standby, ready to jump on a plane to Islamabad if it looks like things are going well. And in Pakistan, their deputy prime minister has already met with Araghchi, so you can tell the groundwork is definitely being laid. But even with all these powerful people in the same city, there's this giant cloud of uncertainty hanging over everything. Which brings us right back to the main question. Is this meeting even going to happen? I mean, the American side is being crystal clear. The White House press secretary, Caroline Leavitt, said this on the record, and it's a direct quote, "I can confirm Special Envoy Witkoff and Jared Kushner will be off to Pakistan again tomorrow morning to engage in talks with representatives from the Iranian delegation." That sounds pretty definite, doesn't it? Well, about that. Here's the catch. The Iranians, they haven't confirmed they're actually going to meet with the U.S. Let that sink in for a second. The White House is sending its top guys halfway across the planet for a meeting that the other side hasn't even agreed to show up for. It's a huge gamble. And this right here, this is the heart of the disconnect. The U.S. says, we're going to Pakistan to talk to Iran. But what's Iran's official story? They're on a timely tour of Pakistan, Oman, and Russia to talk about bilateral matters. You know what word is missing from their entire agenda? America. Now, if this all feels kind of chaotic and thrown together at the last second, well, you're not wrong. The path to get to this point has been a real roller coaster. It's been a total stop-and-start journey. Just look at how this week played out. On Tuesday, this very same trip, it was suddenly canceled by the White House. No go. Then, just a couple days later, on Friday, bam, it's back on. And the envoys are leaving the very next day. That kind of whiplash really shows you just how fragile and up in the air this whole thing is. So you've got to wonder, with all this drama and uncertainty, why is the U.S. even taking this risk? And that really gets to the stakes of this whole game and what the Americans are hoping to get out of it. The message the U.S. is sending to Iran is pretty direct. This is a big opportunity for you. The U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth basically framed it as a chance for Iran to make a good deal a wise deal. What he's really saying is, we're putting something valuable on the table and you'd be smart to take it. But at the very same time, the U.S. is playing it cool. They've publicly stated that they have all the time in the world and they're not desperate for a deal. This is classic negotiation 101, right? You show that you want a deal, but you also make it clear that you're perfectly willing to walk away from the table. And that leaves us right here with this massive question hanging over Islamabad. Are we about to see a huge diplomatic breakthrough, or is this just a very public dead end before anything even gets started? Right now, honestly, it could go either way.